Hey guys, it's Comic Uno. Today I'm doing Ultimate Fallout, Spider-Man No More, Issue 1. So, let's talk about the cover. When I first saw this cover, I knew it was all going to be about Spider-Man and the reaction of his death in the last issue of Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man. I don't remember what issue number it was. For some reason I'm thinking 160. But anyways, so the last issue that came out from Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider-Man died. It was big news. So this is the reaction of everyone close to him and funeral and all that. So that when you see Mary Jane, Aunt May, and Gwen all holding hands, it was definitely a great issue for remembrance and the reaction of everyone close to him. So let's talk about the story now. So I really like the cover. Story really, like I said for the cover, really was all about reactions and how everyone reacted to Spider-Man's death, and everyone reacting that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. Some people didn't know, some people are just sad and didn't care. Also, a little bit at the beginning of the funeral, seeing that so many people cared for Spider-Man, and people were saved because of Spider-Man. People's lives were still going on because of Spider-Man. And then we find out because Steve Rogers comes up in his uniform and says, I'm sorry for your loss, but I think it was my fault. And that's how it ends, the issue. So, and there's a little variant for, there's a couple of variants for that. So Marvel usually does this long variant thing, so I mean, sometimes variants are worth it, sometimes they're not, but these variant actually looks pretty cool, so look at that variant if you think that's cool. And you might want to buy it, because variants are a little bit more extra money, sometimes a lot more extra money. We'll have to see how much money it is. Maybe the variant will be worth it. So, a lot of reactions to the death for this issue, and a lot were sad, a lot were they all really fit the character, I would say, because like I don't want to spoil it that much, but like Gwen, she's just like, it's my fault, everyone dies around me, and that was Peter, and then J. Jonah Jameson, he's like, I knew the truth about Peter, I knew he was Spider-Man, I knew the truth about Pete. Like, he didn't know how to, kind of writer's block, He didn't know what to say, because he liked Peter, and, he was kind of close to him, so he didn't know exactly what to say, and he was upset. Johnny just did a little supernova thing. Kitty, she was upset, trying to fight crime, I guess, for the people that need it. Like, Spider-Man, he used to fight crime. Crime's still going on, so Kitty's fighting a little crime. Love Kitty Pryde. She's one of my favorite characters. Actually, the reason I read Ultimate Spider-Man was because Kitty Pryde picked up the trade. I was like, yes, I love Kitty. She's so different. A lot of characters were different. I'm like, oh, Spider-Man is really interesting. So it was very interesting. That's how I got into Ultimate Spider-Man. Then Flash was kind of like, oh, Flash canceled. Was I the only one that I didn't know Peter Parker was Spider-Man? I saw him being his, like, self, pretty much. I can't even describe it, but definitely just being himself in that part. And then I really liked the part where the girl's like, in the crowd, it's like, oh, you were Peter Parker's mom, right? It's like, oh no, I wasn't his mom, honey. And she says, oh, well, you made breakfast for him, right? Spider-Man saved me. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. And then, Aunt May does a big hug. So it's a very emotional issue, which is supposed to be. If they didn't have this miniseries, it would be kind of sad, just like, oh, Spider-Man died, whatever. Like they did with Fear itself. Bucky died, who cares? But with this, like, the reaction. This is what I like. Like, if someone dies, and with the Ultimate Universe, which I really like about the Ultimate Universe, and I said in my Ultimate Spider-Man review and one of my topic videos, I said, with Ultimate Universe, you feel sorry for this character because wow, they might not be coming back, whoever dies, because it's Ultimate Universe, anything can go down. They're not gonna, like, if Marvel, if the regular universe, 616 universe, if Spider-Man died, you know he's coming back. But this is the Ultimate Universe. You don't know if he's going back. Like, it's just another universe. Like, who knows? So this has definitely been an emotional issue, and they had to show that because we don't know if Spider-Man's going to be coming back in this universe. So in art, I'm glad that they went from the first issue of Ultimate Spider-Man, they had the same art as this, and I'm glad they went that route. I don't know if the next issue they'll have the same art, but hopefully they will. I think I saw a preview, it didn't look the same, but hopefully, maybe I was wrong, who knows. But hopefully we get the same art as this, because I like the classic Ultimate Spider-Man art, so hopefully we'll get that. So I gave this, there was one thing that was wrong from this issue. Now yes, we saw everyone's reaction of Spider-Man's death, but one person, Iceman. Where was he? They kind of like forgot him. I mean, Iceman was living with Peter like Johnny was, so why didn't we get his reaction? So I was kind of upset that we didn't get to see Bobby's reaction, and I think he would be pretty upset also. Maybe in future issues we'll get to see his reaction. Maybe they just forgot him because there's just so many characters you had to have. So hopefully we'll get to see Bobby and his reaction soon. So that lowered my grade just a tiny bit. But I gave this issue a 4.5. Definitely pick this issue up and pick up the issue where Spider-Man died, and you'll see the impact. It was definitely an emotional issue. Pick this up. This was Comic Uno. I hope you enjoyed.